I've gotten a long way since last time I've done a video, so I just want to share it with you. This is what I got so far. I'm pretty excited about it. It's all open source. QGIS is a great desktop application for GIS, and it's done everything I've wanted it to do since starting this effort to share GIS with floodplain managers. And today we're going to show you where to get the data at. I want to show you where to get all this great data. But one of the things I want to show you first is a little bit about this system, because here I'm going to create a seed file eventually so that I could just use it over and over with all the different requests that come in, especially in this case BFE requests, that each one of them is like a little bitty project. So I've started creating a directory structure right here, and this is actually on a external hard drive. And here it is right here, FPMS, request, and references. Under references, I have a lot of different things that, you know, we're doing right now, collecting data, programs, really good links, you know, to references. And here's the one I want to show you though. I'm making a seed file. So this is the seed file that you're looking at right now. And also the workbook that I showed you previously. But the way this works is, I go to request, and you can see right here there's a directory with a date stamp basically, and it's the beginnings of a project, the little project right there. And look how easy this is. If somebody comes in and has a request and you want to do some type of map or floodplain management services where you use the GIS, you just click on new and it creates it. In this case, this is the date and the timestamp here. And here's the seed file. So then you just open that up and begin working. So that's what I'm working toward. And here's where we're at. And there's a lot of good data in here. I want to show you where to get this nice USGS Topo layer. I actually have the NFHL flood layer in here too that we talked about previously. It shows up in more detail when you zoom in. This right here. And then all these nice layers that assist in what we're going to be doing, these hydrology layers. And it has the watersheds on it. And here's what's really critical when we're doing this digital elevation model. And all this is pretty easy to download. So that's what I want to show you real quick. Some of the ways in the way to get this data. So here's the NRCS Portal. And this is an awesome data source, especially for us floodplain managers. All you have to do is select your county, select your state, submit selected counties. And look at this list of stuff. It's amazing. And all of this stuff that I'm using is going to be coming from this location. You select the layers that you want, hit continue. It may ask you different things like format and projections. And then it sends it to you by email. Place order. I'll show you some of the previous emails I've received. Here's one. And it has links in them. So what I've done with all that, and I'll put it in the reference below. I have all those sources. And here's all those sources that I have for this county if you want to follow along with them. These are all from the Geospatial Gateway. So I want to show you this other tool I found real quick. I don't think I have it in here right now. It's this downloader. And I'll put it in the link below too. But all you have to do is take that this information that I'm giving you, this URL, copy it, just like this. Hit copy, create your own little file. We'll just call it list. Pop that thing in there, save, and then open this downloader. This is a JavaScript from USGS actually. Let's do this. We'll delete them all, and I'll show you how to bring that file in. Import. In this case, I'm going to my desktop. I forgot it has to be CSV. No problem. Rename. CSV. Now it's CSV. So I'll go to File, Import, Desktop, CSV list, open. And you download them. And it's pretty nice because you can restart and manage them how you want to download them. But this is how you get them all in batch mode. All these really nice data sets. And then you can see here where I placed them in this directory called data, and I extracted them. Now, I use 7-zip to extract mine, and here I just used extract here. So it creates all this data, all this references. So that's pretty awesome. That's how I got it. Then I have some live connections in here. This is the one I want to show you. This is the base topo called USGS Topo. But here's how they look, how those things look on the internet. These services. It's a whole informational page that tells you about that service, and it lets you pull it into these different applications, and you can open it up here in other applications. But what we're going to do is go to QGIS, go to Data Source Manager, and you can see here that this says it's a map server service. ArcGIS REST Services Directory, US Topo Map Server. So what that looks like in the data browser here is this right here, this selection. So I select that. I'm going to create a new one. I'm just going to call this one USGS Topo Demo. Pop the URL in there and hit OK. And that's how easy it is. Connect. And now when I select this layer and hit Add, it brings it in. I'm going to turn this one off because I already had it in there. But now this one's in there. That's how easy it is. That's how easy these services are to put in there. I'll remove that one. So I already have it in there. This is for you. So the other one I want to put in there is the REST service from FEMA. Same way. That's how easy it is. I'll create a new one. Map server, okay. Connect. Oh, and this one has all kinds of layers in there. Now you can attach, and you can put all of those in at one time. It makes a lot of layers. I wouldn't suggest it. But the ones I'm looking for are these two right here. Flood hazard zone and boundaries. And those are the ones I have attached. And this is how easy that you just select it, add. It comes right in. In this case, it's set to only show up at certain zoom scales. So the one I selected was just the boundary. So let me go out there and get that other one. Zones. There it is. And what I've done, and what you could, looks like you might be able to tell, is change the transparency on it, because now you have more control of it, of how it's displayed, now that it's in your GIS system. So that's awesome stuff. Let's see what else I have down here. This is where I'm getting ready to post these on the references below. Oh, here's one of my favorites. This one comes from our university here at Marshall, or not Marshall, I'm sorry, but WVU, the GIS Technical Center. And it's the same way. Data Source Manager. I'll put a new one on there. West Virginia GIS Technical Center. Connect. And this, they have a lot of different aerial photography, and they update this too. You know, it contains the best. And the ones with the actual picture in it, or the image. Because a lot of these are like indices and indexes and different things that can also be used. But I'm just looking for the image. And there is 1, 2, 3 in this. I'm going to pick this one and hit add. And there it is. We got some good imagery. So I can reference that now. So that's awesome. And there's just a whole bunch of layers out there that could be useful to you. Here not too long ago, I read that Microsoft released all the structures for the states by extracting them from some algorithm, using an algorithm from their aerial photography. So, oh, that's something I'm going to have. But this is just the beginning. And I want to do this to get you started. Don't worry about the data. Get out there and use this list. Create your list file. Download it using the Java downloader here from USGS. And let's get started.